disrespect mama and daddy, if you wasn't a mama and you wasn't a daddy, and you wasn't raising them right, stop asking people to donate to bury them. Stop getting GoFundMe. We ain't paying for your child burial. Ain't nobody paying to bury your child. You wasn't even praying for your own child. You wasn't loving them. They was on social media with their fingers up and you was liking the picture. Shut up. They had guns on Instagram and you was liking the picture. Shut up. Every time you see a child with a gun on Instagram, let me tell you what they doing. They inviting death into their life.
He is so right. And it's so unfortunate at the same time. And that's where you got to know how to be a parent and not a friend. And you always, with these, a lot of times these parents be having the same mindset as kids. They think it's okay. It's not too far-fetched from how they live their life. That showing their kids show all this money, living a dangerous lifestyle where they could potentially lose their life. And 9 times out of 10, they do. Mom and dad, if dad is in the picture or if mom is in the picture, they okay with that. Or if grandma raising it, grandma can't do nothing. Or it's just so many different ways this can go. Like, it could be like the kid just run over top of mom. But it's true, you got the moms and the dads and the uncles and the aunts, they liking that stuff. They encouraging it. And he's right. When you play with guns and you posting all these guns up, you are inviting death. And it needs to be said. And like he said, nobody should have to pay for your kid's funeral. Get them life insurance. Get them life insurance. If you out here living this life and you could crash out the day of tomorrow, get somebody spin your block or whatever the case and slide on you, why you don't have life insurance? We see you with all the gold chains and making the money phones, and then you die and it's a GoFundMe for your funeral. That's to show you the mentality. We're not even thinking of the future, let alone just what we're doing in general. Like it's other, the way we build wealth is through life insurance and good, decent policies and leaving property behind for our kids to do something with, either keep, rent it out, whatever, make some money and leave them some money. But we prepare the kids beforehand by how we bring them up, by how we raise them, get them business minded or whatever the case may be, just so you can have legacy. So the whole idea is, I started I grew up down the projects. That's where my kids didn't grow up at, down the projects. So we keep moving it forward a little bit more. So when I leave, she will have a property, he will have a property, they will have money left over from me because that's my job. I'm not going to be here. And it's worth it because you want your kids to do great. You want your grandkids to be great. And they see that and know what they're going to do in turn. They're going to do the same for their kids. So now we starting to pass off stuff. So now they getting granddad's property or grandmom's property. And now they have something. But yet we out here living this thug life, all this money that we just blowing, getting high and drunk and partying. And when something happened to us, mom can't even afford to put you in the ground.
Some of you men out here, some of you women out here, you done been to prison. You done been shot. You done been down. You don't want to tell them the real? No disrespect. That's cowards. Y'all ain't raising no men. Y'all raising some sissies. Some real loud punks. But when they get to Angola, you a gangster out here, but you going to be a girl in there because you too scared to fight. Now you're going to wash another man's drawers. Now you're going to bend over and either take something or get that knife in you. Tell him the truth. I've been to prison. I know what he's hitting for. Tell him.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Even before you get there, when you're sitting there going through the court process, you're looking at these charges, you look how much time you're facing. Then that reality hit. And all that tough guy shit out in the streets don't work in there. You're getting forced to join gangs. Like he said, you might be getting punked in a cell, getting beat up at night. You might have a dude that's into guys making you do stuff to him. You be put in situations where you had to kill. If you ain't built like that, you think out in the streets, because I got this gun, I can slide. But you go into prison, the guy's already been there 20 years and see your little young ass coming in. the point of the matter is, overall, we just got to change the culture, and we got to raise our kids better to go out here and live a life. It's so much more than life than just the streets and going to jail and dying. It's just so much more to life. It is. Go somewhere where the water is blue. Like, we don't even get a chance to realize that we like other stuff, because we don't even live that long. We just got to do better as parents overall when it comes to our kids. If we really love them, we got to tell them the truth. And living that life is not what it's hitting for, especially if you know firsthand and you survived it. Tell them the truth.